All right, so we have breaking news coming in from Russia, viewers, that Russia's President Vladimir Putin has signaled Russia's readiness to contribute $1 billion from Russian assets that were frozen in the United States during the previous U.S. administration to the Board of Peace, a new international body proposed by U.S. President Donald Trump, reportedly focused on managing post-conflict processes, including in Gaza and broader peace efforts. Putin made the offer during a Russian Security Council meeting, noting that the Russian Foreign Ministry has been instructed to review the proposal and consult with strategic partners during formally deciding on joining the board. He framed the potential contribution as stemming from special relations with the Palestinian people, though he has not yet accepted membership. Putin also suggested that the remainder of the still frozen Russian assets could be made available for use in the reconstruction of territories damaged during hostilities in Russia-Ukraine war once a peace treaty is concluded, a proposal he says he plans to discuss the US and Palestinian leaders, viewers. And we have CNN News 18 Siddhant Mishra joining us live right now. Siddhant, good morning and thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. So what are the legal and diplomatic mechanisms Putin and US officials are considering now to allow Russia to transfer funds from frozen assets, given the ongoing sanctions and ownership disputes?
Well, look, this has been a very long fight by the Russian side to get the frozen assets liquidated. These assets are in the United States, and they were frozen when President was Joseph Biden. And in fact, when they were discussing to settle the issue with the United States, this was always on the minds that to get some concession in the sanctions which have been imposed by the United States, and B, to get back the frozen assets. In fact, Foreign Minister Lavrov spoke about this issue several times in the past, that how the Russian money is in United States, US banks, and that's frozen by the U.S. government. Now, since President Putin has been invited, Russia has been invited to join the Gaza peace accord. This statement is coming from President Putin, where he says that Russia is ready to join the board. Russia is ready to contribute $1 billion to the Board of Peace from Russian assets frozen by various U.S. administration. Remaining frozen funds could be used to rebuild territories that suffered during hostilities between Russia and Ukraine. So perhaps for the first time, proposal coming from President Putin. We are still awaiting response from the U.S. side on this proposal made by President Putin. As we know that there is a permanent fee to be a part of Board of Peace, which is $1 billion. And now President Putin is okay with the idea of joining the Board of Peace. All he wants is that the fee needs to be paid to the frozen assets of Russia in the United States. So let's see what's going to be the response of the U.S. government.
Right, Siddhant, so since we are told that this money is to be used for Ukraine's reconstruction, we have to understand two things. One is what does Russia's willingness to repurpose frozen assets mean right now? Does this signal about Moscow's new negotiating strategy? And secondly, how are Ukrainian and European allies and other invited nations reacting to Russia's offer to use frozen assets for the Board of Peace?
No, as I said, that we are yet to hear from them. All we know is that this proposal has been made by Russia. Having said that, there's going to be a very significant meeting taking place today. In fact, many reports are telling us that President Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, will be meeting President Putin today. So perhaps we could expect some confirmation, some more details after that meeting.